35 years ago, on my 7th birthday, on a Wednesday night, I, Elisa Spears, whose married name is now Elisa Thompson, settled into my living room with my father, mother, and brothers, much the same way I imagine 106 million other Americans who gathered around their television sets to all watch MASH Season 11, Episode 16 on CBS did that night. Airing on February 28, 1983, it was the 256th and final episode of the single most watched scripted show. With a record 106 million people tuning in that night to watch the finale, no scripted television show before or since has come close to its viewership. Since then, a few of the greats have tried. There was Cheers with 80.4 million in 1993 on NBC. Then came Seinfeld with 76.3 million in 1998, again on NBC. And then Friends with 52.5 million in 2004 on NBC. The last episode of MASH was so highly anticipated in the advertising world that 30-second commercials sold for $450,000. That was more than some advertising slots for the 1983 Super Bowl. Today's generation cannot fathom only having 3 choices of programming and not having complete control over what they watch and when they watch it. And commercials, what are those? Why would someone interrupt my program to advertise their product? That's just crazy. We no longer have to worry about scheduling our day around getting home to be in front of the television at the time that our favorite program airs. We can access most of our favorite shows, including those networks, via smartphone or laptop or tablet from most anywhere. With technology not nearly what it is today though, and with cable television not yet widespread, and only 3 out of the 5 major networks having been launched at the time, if one didn't have cable, the evening television network choices were NBC, CBS, or ABC. And so, Wednesday night, February 28th, 1983, 106 million people chose to tune in to CBS to watch the finale of MASH. So much has changed in the viewing world in 35 years. From 1983, where we had 3 network options or public broadcasting if we didn't have the luxury of cable television, to the 1990s, where cable was more prevalent, and if you had a VCR, you could program it to record your favorite shows so you could rewind the tape and watch it at your convenience while having the great fortune of fast forwarding through those commercials. And then we came to the 2000s, where a digital video recorder, or DVR, was an option at an extra cost with your cable or satellite company, so that you could program multiple shows at once digitally and save them. Then we came into the era of Roku, where we have access to just about anything all the time. Even British and Australian programming, which I'm guilty of watching a lot. But if you had told little 7-year-old me that night on February 28, 1983, that one day I could watch this episode of MASH from a cordless smartphone in my hand from just about anywhere of my choosing, I don't think even my childlike faith could have imagined that or comprehended it. But I have had the pleasure of watching it happen all around me and experiencing it. I can only imagine where the next 35 years will take us.